Life is a dance of rhythms that we experience, resonating within us and throughout the universe. Today, I would like to take you on an exploration of some of life's rhythms. Rhythm is more than just a musical beat. It's a spiritual principle, a fundamental aspect of existence. The earth, our hearts, and the universe all move to a rhythm. And there are many ways we can tune in, connect with, and express our divine rhythms as we experience daily life. I aim to guide you on a journey of understanding that with awareness, curiosity, love, and gratitude, you can connect deeper to the rhythms of your life and your divine nature. Let's start our journey by exploring some universal rhythms. These are the things that everyone can observe. For instance, there are nature cycles. The earth moves through cycles, like the changing of seasons. Winter turns to spring, bringing rebirth and renewal, followed by the flourishing of summer, and then the harvest of autumn. Each season has its own rhythm, reflecting the cycles of growth, maturity, and rest in our own lives. There are also cosmic rhythms. What about the grander rhythms of the cosmos, like the orbit of the planets, the phases of the moon? We've all experienced a full moon a time or two. The ebb and flow of the tides, and the rise and the set of the sun. These celestial movements remind us of the greater cycles at play in the universe and our connection to something vast and eternal. The next stop on our journey brings us to something much more subjective, our personal rhythms. Consider daily routines. Do you ever notice how our lives follow daily rhythms? Waking up, brushing your teeth, working, resting, eating, and sleeping. Routines, rhythms. Each day has its own cadence, and when we align with it, we find balance and flow. How often do we take a personal inventory? Are we in balance? Are we in flow in this moment? Or are we letting the stresses of things pull us out of alignment? Do we need to take a deep breath? What about the human body with those personal rhythms? Have you ever stopped to think about the rhythms within your own bodies? The beating of your heart, the rhythm of your breath, our circadian rhythms to regulate sleep, our thought patterns and mindfulness. Our emotions have rhythms too. We can experience waves of joy, like playing kazoos, sadness, excitement, and calm. Recognizing these emotional rhythms can help us navigate life's challenges with more grace and knowing that these physical rhythms mirror the spiritual and emotional rhythms we experience daily. I want you to close your eyes for a moment. Remember a time when you experienced pure joy or pure love. Tune into the rhythm of your heartbeat and breath from that moment in the past. Were they fast-paced with excitement, like winning a race? Or maybe it was peaceful with a calm knowing that all is good. Or maybe this overwhelming feeling of pure love and tears of joy, like when holding your child or grandchild for the first time. Remember to take moments to listen to your body Something as simple as saying thanks to your organs and the cells for keeping you alive through the rhythms of your breathing while you sleep. Have you ever thought about that? The automatic breathing that happens when you're unaware, when you're in a resting state. Have you ever stopped to talk to your body? Do you listen and tune in? When you're hungry, are you just eating to eat, or do you actually just tune in for a moment and ask, what does my body need right now for nutrition? What am I actually craving? What do I need? And have that communion, that communication with who you are. It is a physical aspect of you. Talk to it. Sounds crazy, but it's so simple, and it works. Take into account the life stages. What about the stages like childhood, adolescence, adulthood, and elderhood? Each stage has its rhythm, its lessons, and its unique beauty. For example, childhood is like spring, full of growth and possibility. Elderhood would be like the winter, a time for reflection and wisdom. Now that we've looked at some examples to help us understand what rhythm is and how it can affect us on many, many different levels, let's talk about the sacredness of rhythm. Ancient and indigenous cultures from around the world have always recognized the sacredness of these rhythms by honoring through ceremonies. They used music, particularly drumming and dancing, as form of prayer, a way to connect with the ancestors, the divine, and the heartbeat of the earth, Mother Gaia. Sacred drum circles come in many different forms. There are African drum circles using the djembe drums, meditative drum circles designed to work together in flow and harmony with a trance-like feel. That's the type of drum circles that I do here at UUSG. And Native American powwows with many people playing the same drum in unison while singing or chanting. That's just to name a few. The rhythm of the drum is seen as the heartbeat of the earth, singing to the heavens and to the ancestors, dancing to be a grounded connection to the earth. I have a short video clip for you to give you a taste of participating at a powwow. I hope you enjoy this.
At the Civic Center in Rapid City, it's competition time. Misu Mills is just moments away from taking the floor. It's a familiar stage. He's been performing here since he was only 3 years old.
I learned how to dance by watching the people I look up to, and I've been dancing since I could walk.
Dancing is a part of being Native American. When that drum beats, that's just like your heartbeat.
I feel powerful. I feel strong. There's nothing like it. You just feel like you're thunder.
When I'm dancing, I feel like I'm on air, on the clouds.
Dance is story. And you're telling your story. That's who you are. When you're out here dancing, the past is with you from ages back. We've been here for thousands of years. I'm preserving something for the older ones, what they fought for.
All right, Teen Boys Grass, come on into the arena, and we're gonna go to the Badlands for that song.
What do you think people feel when they watch you?
They feel greatness because they know I'm dancing for them.
He's kind of this little warrior out there, isn't he?
He's a warrior within, I'll tell you that.
Contest song, please.
Once you hear that drum starts beating, people start singing. It's on, it's just like a switch turned on. He tears it up out there, and puts tears in my eyes just about every time. He told me before, he's, I don't even know what happens out there, Dad. It just happens.
It just comes to you and you do that move. And while you're doing that move, you're just thinking of the next one and just keeps going. I'm fast because I'm just making sure everyone gets to see me so they know that I'm dancing for them.
Misu.
I don't even know what happens, Dad. I just go. What he's showing there is letting go, being in a flow state. There's a lot of science and a lot of research on this. But that's the essence of it, is when we let go and get out of our own way, we get heart-centered. We get connected to all parts of self, to our highest self. We get into that flow state and just let go to enjoy its connection. There are many types of religious rituals that honor the sacredness in the rhythms of life. Many religions have practices that follow rhythmic patterns, like the chanting of mantras in Hinduism or Tibetan Buddhists, who use special prayer beads called malas. That's what I'm wearing today. A mala bead carries 108 beads with a guru bead, and there's sacred numbers in numerology. There's a lot of meaning behind it. But they use the beads much like a rosary bead. Each bead is carrying a prayer, and they will repeat that prayer over and over and over 108 times. I can tell you from my own personal experience, this was a game changer for me as a tool and a technique, becoming a life coach and doing the practices for myself and making those mind shifts, changing negative behaviors and negative beliefs and that self-talk of, who am I to be standing up here giving a sermon? Who and what is that about? That's not here anymore, because I did that internal work, that growth work. And using mala beads was just one of many techniques and tools to do that. And changing and reframing the words in my head, the full power of our words. It's like, ooh, yeah, I heard that. I need to reframe that. I need to change that. That's not what I really mean, and that's not what I want more of in my life. It's time to do different. So in making the mind shifts in my personal beliefs and repeating in a prayer like chant or an affirmation, a prayer. Have you ever heard of Om Mani Padme Hum? Yeah, it's a powerful one and it's an ancient one. Ties into Kuan Yin. I do have a really cool story that I'll tell you later about that, and it's tied into this magical giant grounding bowl. It is a Tibetan singing bowl, but you stand in it, and when you are standing barefoot and get the vibrations from your feet going up through your body, it's magic, and it just moves the energy through your body. And I will invite you, anybody that's interested and would like to test it out after the service. I'll put it out in the middle, and you're welcome to take off your shoes and feel it. Shoes won't help you because it eliminates the vibrations, and you want to be connected. Reciting the prayers like the Lord's Prayer or our very own covenant, and the singing of hymns, we do that every Sunday. These rhythms help believers connect with their divine and with their community. They're forms of communion. One more unique example for you, a did you know commercial break, so to speak. Have you heard of the whirling dervishes? They were founded in Turkey by Rumi, that famous mystic and poet in the 1200s, as a meditation practice and worship ceremony. The whirlers go into a trance-like state while dancing with their eyes closed. I do have a short video clip for you of this. The person narrating it, I am so appreciative because it is a very broken English, but the fact that they took the time to describe, I learned so many things that I never knew what it was about. Thought they were just spinning in circles. No, it's a prayer. It is a trance meditation for divine connection, and it is magical. So if you'll do me the favor and just listen in, I think you'll appreciate it.
Have you ever wondered why Sufis dance? In this video, we will explore the captivating practice of Sufi whirling and uncover the deeper meanings behind this mesmerizing form of dance. Sufism is a mystical branch of Islam that focuses on the inner spiritual dimension of the faith. Sufis seek a direct experience of the divine and employ various practices to deepen their connection with the divine essence. Sufi dancing, commonly known as whirling or spinning, is an ancient practice rooted in the belief that the human soul is constantly seeking union with the divine. The spinning motion serves as a metaphor for the journey of the soul towards spiritual enlightenment. Sufi whirling dates back centuries and can be found in various Sufi orders and traditions around the world. It is a form of active meditation, a way to transcend the limitations of the physical world and enter a state of deep spiritual connection. The dance itself is a carefully choreographed movement, with the dancer's right hand raised toward the heavens, symbolizing the receiving of divine energy, and the left hand turned downward, representing sharing that energy with the earth and humanity. Sufi dancing is not merely a performance, it is a spiritual practice that involves discipline, training, and devotion. The dancers enter a trance-like state, often accompanied by music, chants, and repetitive movements, allowing them to connect with the divine energy flowing through their bodies. The dance of the Sufis is a visual representation of the whirling cosmos, the cyclical nature of creation, and the eternal dance of the universe itself. It is a celebration of life, love, and the search for the divine truth. So, the next time you see a Sufi dancer spinning gracefully, remember that their dance is not just a captivating spectacle, but a profound expression of the human longing for spiritual awakening and union with the divine. Sufi whirling continues to inspire and enchant, reminding us of the infinite possibilities that lie within us and when we surrender ourselves to the rhythm of the universe.
How many of you enjoyed that? Like, thank you. There's always that fine line, am I bringing in too much? And it's like, no, this was magical. Like, to know something new that we didn't know before. Music and dance are universal expressions of rhythm, from throat singing from the Tibetan monks to the synchronized movements of a ballet. Rhythms bring people together. They tell stories and express emotions that words alone cannot. It transforms into sacred with different traditions to lift the spirit, heal the heart, and bring communities together. It's powerful. With the knowledge of what rhythms are and how they can be sacred, something else important to look at now is how. How do we live in harmony with life's rhythms? By recognizing the natural rhythms, become more aware of the natural rhythms around you. For example, this is for me, instead of resisting the shorter days of winter, embrace them as a time to rest and reflect. Take a moonlit walk and listen to nature singing to you, the frogs. Really look at the sky and appreciate the beauty of the cloud formations and the way the sunset is hitting in just right to bring those rainbows of colors. Appreciate the nature around you. Connect to the nature around you. Align with your personal rhythms. Listen to your bodies and your emotions. If you're feeling tired, it may be a sign to slow down. If you're full of energy, maybe it's time to create and take action. Take time to get grounded every day. Another word for grounding is earthing. Have you heard of that? It's becoming a big movement now, and there is a lot of science behind it. But the bottom line is, every moment that you take your shoes off and connect to the earth, there is an exchange of ions. It's just like our symbiotic relationship with the trees. We're breathing in the oxygen from the trees, and the trees need our carbon dioxide for that symbiotic relationship, that cycle. Getting grounded, you can use a grounding bowl. You can simply take a deep breath, take it in, and hold it for a moment, and just release it. Bring your energy down into your heart center instead of overthinking and overanalyzing things. Breath work, so big. Listening to music, solfeggio beats, cymatic sound frequencies, meditation music options galore. There are so many ways to de-stress, get into alignment, balance, harmony with your personal rhythms. And embrace the flow of life. Just like a river's current, where sometimes the waters flow gently, and other times it rushes with force. Our lives follow similar patterns, times of ease and times of challenge. When we align with these rhythms, rather than fighting them, we find peace and purpose. We go with the flow. That is a major part of what I teach in the monthly drum circles here at UUSG. Learning how to let go of negative thinking that gets in your way. Worrying that you'll be embarrassed if you mess up or sing out of tune. Or that ever popular excuse I've heard so many times, oh no, I don't have any musical rhythm, or oh no, I don't know, I don't play, it would be bad. There's no such thing. There is the willingness to try, the willingness to connect and be open. I promise you, I hold a sacred space for you to let go and to be willing to connect. And the bottom line, guys, who cares what anybody else thinks? The only opinion that truly matters is yours. It's your personal integrity. And if you believe in yourself and you're willing to let go and to try something new, you're not resisting it, that's all that matters, not anybody else's opinion. And I promise you in a little bit, when I play my Native American flutes, sometimes they cooperate, sometimes they don't. The drums, the flutes are very, very sensitive to the humidity in the air. They may go flat, they may squeak like a clarinet. I never know what I'm gonna get, but we'll find out. It is a sacred circle. We honor each other, we support each other, build each other up with a willingness to trust and try. Every single drum circle that I have done is different, unique to the people attending and what they are needing. Learning how to love self, to trust, to listen for your own personal heart song, your personal rhythm, playing just for you. We do that with drums, we do that with the Native American flutes and a lot of other instruments. No memorization, no needing to read music, just trusting and playing spontaneously in the moment. It is the unique melody of your soul, guiding you on your life path, helping you be in alignment with your divine self. Being able to hear your own personal rhythm starts with quieting the noise. In a world full of external noises and chaos, it's essential to quiet our minds and tune into our inner rhythm. How often do you take time for silence and self-reflection? How often do you actively listen to your thoughts and words before you speak them. Have you ever heard of or tried the practice of Mona? It's Sanskrit for silence. Yoga retreats typically have a period of time each day for this, moving up to a practice of several days of no talking out loud. I can tell you from my own personal experience, it's not that easy. It's very interesting to see the amount of conversation going on in your head when you're not talking. Remember the full power of your words, which includes your thoughts. Drumming can be a powerful healing tool. It helps to release stagnant energy, balance our energy chakras, and bring us into harmony with the rhythms of life. In a drum circle or choir, participating in any kind of gathering together, the collective rhythm creates a powerful vibration of healing, not just for the individual, but for the community and the earth. It is shifting the vibrational frequencies in your body and in the air all around you. The very definition of uplifting. And if you set intentions with what you're doing, your thoughts directly amplify. Your words amplify. Your voice vibrating through your vocal cords amplifies. Your emotions amplify when you connect with what you are singing or playing. When we come together as one, participate as one. One heartbeat, one collective connection. Before I close out, I have one final activity for you to participate in, for an experience you will not likely forget. Within the walls of this historic building, this sacred space. It is the raw power of a group chant. This chant is very special to me as it tested my willingness to trust the universe and put myself out there more. It's what brought me here today, to honor my heart song that I kept hearing over and over in my head, and I knew that I needed to lead it in a drum circle here at UUSG not so long ago. I didn't understand the meaning of the words I was hearing. I just knew that I had to sing it and lead others to follow. So I finally let go of the fear of what if this is wrong? What if I look like a fool and people think I'm crazy? And oh well. I am truly, truly grateful that I listened to my heart song that day. I trusted with enormous love and compassion for self. I chose to let go and enjoy the divine flow. And guess what? That group chant was powerful and magical. Afterwards, when I got home, I started my Google Quest to see if I was losing my mind. Turns out, the words were very real and accurate. In Cherokee, it means, I am the Great Spirit. That being said, I have a passage that I would like to read to you from this book. Think Indigenous. Native American Spirituality for a Modern World by Doug Goodfeather. Every indigenous culture has individual beliefs. What unites all indigenous cultures is the core philosophy of living in harmony with the ways of Mother Earth and in alignment with the natural laws of the universe. The Creator has many names: God, Jehovah, Allah, Yahweh, the Great Spirit, and many more. Yet, they all converge on the universal concept of a divine energy. This energy is woven into the fabric of all we are and all that has ever existed or that will ever exist. The word we use in Lakota for this ultimate divine energy is Wankantanka, or the Creator. The Creator is neither male nor female, but the balance of all that is masculine and feminine. More specifically, the Creator has no fixed label or imagery but is the point of harmony and balance of all energy, including the point of singularity where all energy is expressed and accessible through a divine state of awareness. The Creator is the awareness that allows both the existence of anything and everything, and the contemplation of the existence of anything and everything. The Creator, the Great Spirit, is every single thing and the space between every single thing. As the physical form of a spiritual being, each of us is a fully realized manifestation of the Creator that we chose to co-create. And our purpose in life is to express ourselves as the highest and best version of this life that we chose. The collective consciousness of all beings is known as the Great Spirit. At this time, I would like everybody to stand up, stretch it out. And I'm going to have you repeat 3 very short, simple words. Hey, ya, ho. Hey, ya, ho is the phrase, which means I am the Great Spirit. These were the words I kept hearing in a chant over and over and over, and I thought I was going crazy. Had to get it out. There are 2 parts to this chant, kind of like a verse and a chorus. So the first part is Hey Ya Ho, but as we're doing it, it's in a long, earnest, and I'll demonstrate it for you. And we'll do that 4 times. Then the second part is much faster and said with conviction like a dance. So it will go kind of like this, and I'm going to come down. If anybody who has done this with me before, if you would kind of come around to the sides to form a bit of a circle, okay? Because the circle represents one people, one consciousness when we do this together. As we sing this chant, I want you to honor your authentic self by singing from the heart with volume and purpose. I promise you, you will feel something. Sending you could send invitations. How about sending intentions of healing love out into the world? Being love. I am the Great Spirit. You are the Great Spirit. We are the Great Spirit. We sing as one, we chant as one, we create as one. I'm going to use the buffalo drum, and Miss Maggie is going to be in the back. Sorry, Scott, I need to move it just a little bit. Am I still okay here? Okay. Miss Maggie back here is my assistant, and she was there that first time, and she's been with every one of these chants. And to see her grow and expand is phenomenal. So I'm going to have you stand by the doors, Maggie, to balance out the energy. And if you feel like the drum, because in this building it's going to echo and resonate, if it feels too loud, too intense, just tell your body to bring down the vibration a little bit for you, okay? I swear it works. So the first part sounds like this. Hey, ah, ho. 4 times. Try that with me once. Hey, ah, ho. We'll do that 4 times. Yeah, turn your nose this one. And then that's that longing, that heartfelt sending out into the universe, out into the cosmos. And then it's short and fast, like a little dance. I want you to bend your knees a little bit. It's like, hey, ya, ho, hey, ya, ho, hey, ya, ho, hey, ya, ho. And then we rest for a moment. It's that easy, super easy, but it's very powerful if you connect with your voice and with your heart. Are you ready? Okay. I promise different. You're getting different. Take a deep breath for a minute, and Gina's going to take her shoes off and get grounded. Just take a deep breath. Hey! Oh. How'd you like that? Do, 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 do. Do you have some energy moving through you right now? I truly hope that you enjoyed this adventure into the rhythms. Yeah, you can. Okay. I have one question for you, because we're getting to that hour mark, and I have some drum circle samplings here that I can do something very quickly if you would like to try it out. So, drumming can be on anything. You can put your hand on, oh, I can't because of the microphone. Could, but Scott would not like me. You can use your hand on your heart to keep a drum beat. You can clap. You can use the back of the pews. You can use anything. I use plastic water bottles and pencils to make drums with kids. You can do anything, but it's about the rhythm. So, using, whether you want to clap, use the back of the pews, or clap to your heart, we're going to practice just a simple rhythm. And then I'm going to ask you guys to hold that rhythm, to continue it. And then I'm going to pull in a flute and show you what it is to just let go and trust the flow, and to play whatever comes from the heart. I am not a professional musician. I do not claim to be, but I love music, and there's something about the sounds coming out of these flutes that just sings to my soul on such a deep level. So I hope it means something to you. So let's do, Dave, you want to come do the congas, and just, we're going to do a simple beat. Something simple. Simple and rhythmic. Yep, go for it. Any rhythm is rhythm. Just get into the flow, get into the rhythm. Have fun. Thank you. All right, it's time to get out those kazoos. We're done. We're down to the last of it, ladies and gentlemen. Brothers and sisters, take out your kazoos. I will remind you, the larger end, put your lips around. There is a little thin piece of plastic disc that's under this, and when you hum, so it's not blowing like a whistle, it's just hum. It's the vibration that vibrates that little piece of plastic in there. It's the vibration. Let's do a big ohm with the kazoos. Are you ready? Okay. Last song. If you're happy and you know it, I want everybody to stand up with your kazoos. Gotta end on a good note, right? So we all know the words. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. Kazoos. If you're happy and you know it, shout kazoo. If you're happy and you know it, shout kazoo. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, shout kazoo. All right, last verse. We're humming the whole thing in the kazoos. Here we go. Thank you for your patience. I leave you with these words. Remember the full power of your words. As we extinguish the chalice, I have words. This is something that I wrote, that I channeled, and I do at the beginning and ending of every one of my events that are sacred. So I would ask that you read this with me in closing. Deep within the still center of my being, may I find peace. Graciously, within the circle of this gathering, may I share love. Abundantly, within the circle of all life, may I radiate joy.
Visit us at UUSG.org.